Alright guys, what is up? Here in a game between Ballballer and Davre. Davre is playing FS meta, and then Ballballer is playing ST Frost now though. He did copy the battle group from Neppy. He was saying, you know what, he kept losing to it. He was playing Beast and Neppy kept losing, and he's like, Ballballer kept losing. So he got a bit annoyed, and now he's playing Frost as well with just efficient jabs. It's not even that much frost. Like the frost is pretty slow. And it's not like full on tons of frost champions, but like a few key ones that just do a lot, right? Like the whatever we were talking about before. Those frost fangs and these extinguishers, for example. Now on the side of Davre, we have two Snaptooth out right now, but neither of them have the passive, the Snaptooth passive. So there's not a Snaptooth battle group. Like I said, it's most likely meta. I saw one other game, but these were the exact same three champions that were in that game. So I wasn't fully sure, but yeah, FS meta. Actually, no, there was a swamp thing as well. So I guess yeah. So there's the frost damage that's coming out now with the Ice Fang. Now the Ice Fang, what he'll do is first move up and then play the range stance. Because first he wants to get up and he doesn't want to lose that speed right away. So he's gonna once he's up here, then he'll start using the range stance once he's in range, just so he doesn't lose its AP. So the ancient did take some damage from the extinguisher. Now, because he wasn't engaged, he was allowed to like kind of just run away quite easily. So, and with an inhibiting touch, that means that the acolyte will actually not heal anymore. So that's kind of a shame. Might have been a better idea just to engage instead of attacking, just so that the extinguisher would not be able to get hit this turn. Because now that he is able to hit he's inhibited, right? So it's a bit dangerous there. And now we also have the catalyst on this chilling scale. Right. So what are we gonna see come out now from both players? What are their goals and that kind of thing? So ST has a bunch of ways to get automatic kills, very quick kills, with the Gale Force, as well as what they can also do is with the Frigid Barrier. This is a really good actually map for this Frigid Barrier that will work on this font where um, Ballballer will use the Frigid Barrier, and then one of his champions will be stuck, and then that champion would then, that turn be killed to half or put to half, and then the turn after he'll be put to like a little bit less than that even, or he'll be killed. So something like this, where first you see this force barrier, and then the turn after you'll see the Frigid Barrier, and then the whole time this chilling skill is kind of just sitting, dying, so you can't really do much because he's stuck. And that's what Balbar is going to want to do. Now, how can Davre stop that from happening? Well, the phase shift might help if he's in the font with a phase shift, and he's kind of, he might be stuck in the font, but he'll at least not be able to get killed. What else? Undertow, but I highly doubt this runs Undertow. Undertow just to like bring the champ over. Now, here's also kind of a bit of a counter is with all the Frigid Barrier and the knockback damage that will be dealt. The because the augur does the same with the slam and the water vortex, so something like this will actually kind of counter him as well, because then the augur of the deep can also use knockback on the extinguisher, for example. So this is a very good deploy by Davre, very thoughtful and very smart idea by him to say, you know what, if you're gonna use knockback, I'll use knockback, and then we'll both be kind of being wrecked by these force barriers. So that's a good play. Here we have the Frostfall Vanguard, 60 HP. Gets even more with the War Banner, so he'll be at 65 HP, 4 armor because of that Hunter Small, and Hunter Small is bugged, so even just deploying something with 2x2 won't really help against that. So we have the 60 HP, 4 armor champion, right? With Glorious Leap that gives Awestruck, so that means even less damage will be dealt to him, and then Frost like to heal him up. And then Frost Amulet, which does give amp to Frost if he does double tap, I believe. Oh no, if they're already chilled, that's what it does. Alright, so definitely some strong champs coming out for Baller. And now Davre has to see if he can counter it. If Davre could get a kill here, that would obviously be ideal, but it is not his turn, so. How would Baller get a kill here? Now, a Gale Force would deal 10, or actually it'll do a little bit more because of the 6 Frost damage. But oops, There we go. Alright. Alright. Because watch Bob's Burgers should know who that is. Yeah. Let's see. So now the Ice Fang is in range, so it can start pounding away. It's at 8 damage, but it's going to be doing something around 17 damage. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage I see out right now without any amp. So 16 minus 1, it'll do 15 damage from here. Because I don't see any amp out, so that should be exactly 15 damage. Unless I miscounted somewhere. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, minus 1 armor is 15. So I see 15 damage coming out of the Ice Fang, plus another 11 from the, or 10 from the Extinguisher. Alright, so now I'll be doing 16. 16 plus 11. Glorious Leap, will that reduce defense? I don't think so. But that will put the chilling scale down very close to dead, right? So here's the 16. It does cause the Catalyst, though, to deal damage to the Extinguisher a bit, so that's a bit of a... And there's the 11. So we now have him at 15 health. A Gale Force would kill the chilling scale, right? Because it would hit the thing for 10. Or, yeah, that kills it as well. The Frigid Bear kills it just because now that means that the Aura will take the kill. Because of the regeneration and stuff. So even with regeneration, he'll still die by 1. There you go. Good play though by by Davre, I mean. So he made it so that he was in one of these outer deployment zones. Just so if a Frigid Barrier were to come, he can now jump in, right? So or he can not jump in, but he can walk in if he wants. So he does take the Nora Globe. That means the Augur is very close. Does have the action potion, and now we can see a knockback on this Ice Fang. That won't do too much. It'll do a nice amount of damage, but not. I mean, this Ice Fang is at 67 health, right? So that doesn't really. This is the ranged tank damage dealer we have here. So it does 16 damage, but still at 51 health. That's like a lot of champions start that much, right? This is 48 starting health, 31 starting health. So he's still completely healthy. And now that could mean that this Augur dies soon. No, okay, so there's a buffer to keep the Augur alive. There's a buffer. He has to move 1 back if he wants. Actually, no matter what, he's in range of a double tap from this Ice Fang. Alright, and there's the Acid Bomb. He's instead of going for the Extinguisher, he decides to go for the Ice Fang because Ice Fang is the biggest threat on the board. Now, what is bad though for Davre is he's only played a spell this turn, right? He played that buffer, which means he does not deploy. Which means it's 4 champions to 3. Slight advantage just in that this has a buffer on it, so it's a bit tankier than you would think. But still, it's 4 to 3 champions right now. This also means, alright, now he deploys. Alright, so there's a Torton Gunslinger. And the only reason he can actually do this is because of the FS bonus, right? So he has that FS bonus that gives him the, what was this? Combo attack declare target. Well, combo attack will happen actually kind of infrequently by the Torch and Gunslinger because of the Ponderous. Where is that? Ponderous. So he needs full AP to actually get a double attack off and something to be in range. Or actually, that kind of works out quite well with the action potion, so he has the better chance of getting that to happen. Yeah, if he gets an action potion, he might be able to get a nice declare target to go off. Alright, so is there any type of Dispel? No, there's no Dispel coming out from ST. That's definitely not happening. Alright, so this Ballballer's turn, though. It's 4 champions versus 4. Quite a bit of... Alright, so there's... Alright, so he just took 7 Frost. So first he took 0, and then he took 7. Now we can even see a double tap come from the Extinguisher. And oh, here's the Ice Shard. Very smart of Ballballer to put it outside of the Font deployment zone, that no shenanigans with Font Eruption can happen. You have a double tap, that'll do quite a bit of damage to the Amplified Frost. So he's doing 15 right now instead of 12. And now the Aura will kill the Augur, right? So that's a really nice kill. Ice Shard giving that extra bonus damage, 25% extra bonus damage to Frost. Where is it? Ice Shard, there it does. Increase 25%. So this Augur is dead to the Aura. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then what we'll see coming up is the Force Barrier. That will just block everything off. Make sure that they can't retaliate. Now, what that does mean is this Extinguisher is quite, in a pickle. It's in a bit of a dangerous place right here. We'll see a double tap from this Ancient next turn. The Gunslinger can hit him at least once next turn. Ricochet shot will deal 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the Ricochet shot will actually hit the Ice Fang as well. I believe. Is it 4 spaces? Yes, it is. Oh, but he's actually one off. AP wise, he's one off with the Ricochet shot to actually get it to work on this Ice Fang. So I believe the Extinguisher is dead. Yeah, and just with the damage on the board, the Extinguisher is dead. And both Norglobes will go over to Davre. Basic attack can happen, yeah. But yeah, so now we can see both Norglobes go over to Davre. You can just take both of these, very tasty. There's yeah, also very nice. He gets to use the Metamorphosis on the Ice Fang, meaning he's now just a giant or slurm. I mean worm. Ah, ooh, that's a bit of a misplay by Baller. Also, I think he should have deployed up here though, right? Because now the Vanguard can actually get into this top font. Yeah, I think the boulder should have been deployed up here. And now we just see a leap in. Yeah. So I don't know why. That's a very strange deploy area. Was it closer for the provincial marker if it was down here? Hell no, right? It would have been same distance. So that's a bit of a misplay. It is now 3 font champions, 2-4. That Metamorphosis does cause the Ice Fang to not really be much of a threat anymore, which is nice. But now what we can see is a Force Barrier. A very nice Force Barrier would be able to go off on basically every single one of these champions. Just to block them all off from this top area. Now, can he move in with a phase shift? No, that's still on cooldown, so that's not happening. Yeah, and here's the Force Barrier now. And we could see an attack from Slick, because he does have 1-2 range. Oh, he can just move back, yeah. And now we see a Gale Force. That'll hit both of them for quite a bit of damage, right? You could double Gale Force even, maybe. The Gale Force is right here. Will deal 21 damage to both of these guys. So if you double Gale Forces, that means he'll be dead, and he'll be very close to dead. But no. Alright. Basic attack cannot happen from the Gunslinger, though. Like I said, I think he really should have moved. If this boulder was up here, he'd been in advantage right now. But just because he didn't do that, I think he's even. Because now this font is down, right? He's a font down right now, or he's 2 fonts down to. So 2 fonts to 0. He is FS, which is nice, but he really should have deployed up here. I'm wondering why he didn't. What was his idea? Like, was it the only reason is he wanted to get the Chard, right? But the Shard, he was in range of that anyhow. So it's really strange to me that he didn't deploy up here. Bit of a misplay. Now, once the stasis does get out, or once the stasis is done, oh, what's this? Reverberating brace. Let's get this. It does cause, yeah, I was gonna say that causes distract, which is nice. So no more duplicity gonna happen, as well as no force barrier for the next few turns. But yeah, if this boulder was just up here contesting right now versus the two, if they were just contesting, right, everything would be so much better right now. Because it'd be, oh my god, that's really so sad somehow. He was doing so well. Now it's still not over. Just with that frost damage actually being gone out of the picture, as well as this Ice Fang kind of being a little bit useless for a while. There's a cleansing. Alright, so there's a cleanse. Does mean that the duplicity can happen with the cleansing storm, as well as now the Ice Fang being at a full 8 speed, as well as a range stance, meaning he's can actually double tap this turn on the Second Buzz. He does luckily have that evasive, but still. So duplicity gonna come out soon. There you go. Now we have an extra one that's very strong, as well as, so that's now an extra champion for free basically. Still have this Fawn up, and then as well as this Ice Fang. So now it's definitely not even anymore. One spell, you can see how much one spell does. Like, it was close to even though he had the font, but now it's definitely not even anymore. Now it's definitely a Ballballer's game. He can double smack. Of course, the evasive will reduce the damage, but still, this will be doing quite a bit. It'll be doing at least 10 damage, right, from this Ice Fang. Let's see how much he does. Doesn't want to hit, though, to get that Zeal speed going. So I'm guessing he'll double tap here. Unless he wants to keep the AP to hit something else, but somehow let's see. He's dealing 10 exactly. Perfect. Wow, I'm smart. So exactly 10 damage still being dealt, even though he has the evasive. And then he goes ahead and uses the invoke, actually. That kind of just stops any movement here. No more knockback that I see, as well as I don't see any chance of a ricochet shot happening. He'd need a bit more AP. Let's see, Pilfer, no reason for that. Turtle, no. This is on cooldown, so this is, 87 Nora, so very expensive champion, but has a lot of fun things to do, right? Ricochet shot giving stunned is fun. Pilfer can be tons of fun sometimes. And then you have the declare target. I'm not sure if this is really the best upgrade. I wonder how much more expensive it makes. I don't see, honestly, personally, I don't see where this can happen too often. Because of that ponderous, meaning that he gets double hits off very rarely. Oh, he has the action potion that might actually allow him to now do a ricochet shot, though. Ricochet shot? He does, yeah. He can now ricochet shot, stunning the Vanguard. That does mean though that the did he get hit by that as well? No. Yeah, so giving the inhibited means he can actually get in the font now if he wants, but that's not the best idea, just because this means that when he comes out of the phase shift, the incorporal, then we'll have a giant ass Vanguard in front of you, right? You'll have this big champion who's just so hard to kill. Alright, so now we have this boulder here that will start dealing damage at 8 speed, meaning it's quite quick. It's snowing outside right now. Outside of my house. I dislike it. Luckily for FS, it is now only 1 font to 0, so it's okay, especially with the FS bonus. They're still gaining a bit more Nora. They get 6 extra Nora per turn, so half a font, right? So they're doing a bit better. But alright, so we have one champion stunned. We have the Ice Fang at 22 health, but one spell is almost enough to deal with both of these champions here. We have the duplicity that went off already, and anytime that happens, you're just sad, right? So definitely not. Yeah, basic attack just because you don't really care. You're dealing 4 damage, even if it's not much. It's might as well attack once. Yeah, like I said, if this boulder had been up here to defend, and then this had been contested right away, that might have been better. But now, ooh, 16 damage. Wow, 16 damage gel. No evasive on him, so dealing quite a bit more. Yeah, one spell will get the kill, I think. It's close. Especially now that we have 2 aspects of Infinity out, we can just see the Force Barrier coming out every single turn. And that's very scary, just meaning that every single turn something is blocked off, something is blocked off, something is blocked off. Here's the 1 Force Barrier. I'm guessing, right? I mean, of course, Karch is quite a big champion. You know, precision's nice, poison, very tanky, quite quick. Has 8 speed because of the leap plus the 7 basic speed. So he can move 8 spaces a turn. But this is just such a tanky champion. It'll take so long till he gets his font. We have some other, strong tanky champions coming out for Baller. And of course the double aspect's just going to be doing work. Soul Barrage could go off to actually deal a bit of damage. Yeah, there's the Frigid Barrier, dealing 14 damage. So now he won't. He can actually. He's in the font with him. Yeah, and then there's a Crystal Phoenix. Everything heals up. Everything's safe and sound. And that's kind of where I think game is now for me. This is where I would give up at least. Just it's right now, 3 champions or 4 champions versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So versus 6. This font is anything that goes on this font will just die to this Ice Fang that's just dealing so much damage. And then you have, you're just not going to get your font back very soon. Also, the Snaptooth Ancient is quite endangered. It's a very horrible range for attacking champions in close range because of the 6-7. Very hard, very awkward. Has to be very far away to deal much. So this Vanguard can actually double tap this turn, which might get a kill. Yeah, it's a kill actually. The Vanguard can actually just kill the Ancient this turn. Yeah, there's no poison trap. So this Ancient is dead. Yeah, dead Ancient. And yeah, that's basically it. Gets the font back. GG.